Hey there, this is part 2 of May new releases. I read 13 books in May, so I really needed to do this in 2 videos. Part 1, definitely check out if you haven't watched it yet, about the 6 books that I talked about already, and we've got 7 more to tell you about today. So the first one was just it was everything that I love in a middle grade book. It is exactly the writing style I like. It is called the Midwatch Institute for Wayward Girls. So it starts out with this girl being dropped off at this institute where girls are just sent when there's just their families done with them or whatever home and care they're in. They're just done with them. So the nuns are done with this girl. There's no hope for her. And she's like, when she first gets there, it looks like a terrible, awful place. But then it turns out there's more to this home than she thought. And the classes are exciting that she can take and the adventures that she and these other girls can go on. But she's kind of mistrusting of it at first. And I really love the way that it develops and the friendship made and the adventures they're able to have. And the amount of fantasy is actually pretty light that you're like, is this fantasy? But it's mystery and adventure and light fantasy. And it is the writing style that I love. I love this so much, the way that it develops and the way the writing is, it just pulls me in. One of my favorites of the year. All right, so the next one is The Shadow of the World Famous Nine. This is the second book in the duology, so it's all coming together and being wrapped up. And I like that it has these illustrations throughout. And so the illustrations make it really fun. And it's about this boy, Xander, who he goes to visit his grandma at a department store. So what a unique setting, right? I've never read anything where this adventure, this mystery, and this fantasy, it all takes place in a department store, 19 levels. And it's unique and fun and mysterious. And one of the really great things is there's lots and lots of puzzles in this, even more so than the first book. And so you get to go along and do the puzzles. And my husband was constantly laughing at me because he was like, "Are you reading that book? What are you doing with that book?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm trying to figure out the puzzles, all right?" And it's just a great story. Whether you like to figure out the puzzles or not, you can just read and have it told to you. But it's just fantastic. So then number 3, we've got The Girl in the Walls. So this is a novel in verse, and it's about an autistic girl who has to go and stay with her grandma. And there's like this ghost at the house, and this girl's just kind of pulling her in, bringing her back into the walls, and she wants to, hang out with her. And at first, the main character girl, she's all about this. She's like, okay, cool. And she feels, misunderstood as autistic, and people aren't, accepting her as an artist, and she really doesn't like the grandma. So her and the ghost girl are playing tricks on the grandma, and at first she's all for this. And then she's starting to mistrust the ghost and trying to figure out the mystery and what's up with this ghost and communicating with grandma. And is there any way to have any understandable relationship with grandma? Just a great novel in verse, a good amount of spooky, perfect for summer and spooky and a quick read. So then another novel in verse called The Burning Season. And I just love this one so much. Again, a very unique setting. This girl and her mom and her grandma live in a watchtower for fires. And I guess people don't really live in these watchtowers year round, but they do. And this girl she's starting to wonder, like, this is what she really wants. She loves the wilderness. She loves her family, and she loves her purpose of becoming, a lookout on this watchtower, but she'd like to go to school and she'd like to make more friends. And then also, as she's battling this, there's another secret that she's been hiding within herself, and it's that she is afraid of fire. How do you be a lookout if you're afraid of fire? And she had a really scary experience with fire before, and now she is in a situation with a fire that she is alone, and it's really intense and really fast. And I love the verses. Like, at times I would just read it out loud because I love the way it flowed. Great book. All right, so then we've got Meet Me in Wonderland. I think so many middle grade readers are starting to get ready for these love stories. And this is a perfect little first crush where these kids, they're working at an amusement park, and the one girl, she's with the family who owns the amusement park, and then the boy, his family wants to own the amusement park. So there's some misunderstanding and tension going on, but then also this developing crush, and it's really sweet and really fun. And I'm not into love stories a lot, but I love this one, and I love the way it flowed, and I love their relationship, and I listened to it in audio. It was a great little story. And I immediately, after I finished, I texted my niece and told her, hey, I think this is just what you're looking for. So many kids out there in the upper middle grade are looking for these little first crush kind of stories, and I think it's perfect for them. Then we've got Weird, Sad, and Silent. Doesn't this title just make you so sad? This girl is called by bullies. Actually, they're like, hey, there's Weird, Sad, and Silent. And so this girl is just, she's sad about this, and she's trying to, be herself and avoid these bullies, but then she meets this other boy, and this new friendship develops, and this boy is having none of that with the bullies. He could care less, and she likes that he's just himself and his attitude about life. And so it's just a great, great story of friendship and being yourself and just not caring what other people think and being like, hey, is this okay that I'm just quiet? Is it okay that I'm different? And yes, it is. Beautiful story. All right, so then the last one that I have for you is called Where There Be Monsters. And so this is in a fantastical world where these people can jump from different worlds through these portals, and also monsters live among them. And there are feral monsters that are very, very scary and that try to get them, but then there are also monster folk who look like monsters, but they talk and walk, and they live among them very kindly and happily. But in the story, the monster folk are starting to become feral monsters. So this one girl, she's never had adventures going to the other worlds, but she wants to, and her mom has gone on all these adventures. And so she finds this opportunity to go, and she makes this new friend, and their friendship is kind of tested throughout the story. And one thing I really also love about it is the girl is probably ADHD. They kind of use it as, they call it Maisie-headed. But I love that it never has to be said, hey, this character is ADHD. But it also is about her exploring her and her learning to be like, okay, what do I need to do with my thoughts and with planning and with my schedule and being prepared, because I know that I have these different weaknesses. And also, can I go off on these adventures, and will this be okay with my relationship with my parents? And she just has a wonderful, wonderful adventure as they're trying to figure out the mystery of why are these monsters turning now. So tell me in the comments below, what are you looking forward to reading this summer? If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and come back and keep getting more great book recommendations for the kids in your life. Bye.